Now that we have our 4 tips for how to find organic non-toxic wood furniture, let's apply them in a real life scenario. So here we are online shopping for wood furniture. To find companies that sell organic non-toxic wood furniture, you'll want to type into the search bar either organic non-toxic wood furniture or non-toxic wood furniture or eco-friendly furniture, something along that lines. And that should produce a couple of really great results for you, a couple of companies that are real viable options. At least a couple, actually. There's now that this is growing in popularity, there might be several pages. One of the tips I want to let you know of is that different search engines will actually generate different types of results. So for example, if you put organic non-toxic wood furniture into Google, Google search engine, it will generate one list of companies. If you use a site like Bing or Yahoo, or one that's very new to me is called DuckDuckGo, so DuckDuckGo.com, DuckDuckGo.com. When I punch in those exact same search terms, incredibly, it gives me an entirely different list of results. So I found that super interesting and very useful to know. So wanted to pass that on to you. All right, so one of the companies that came up in my search when I typed in those search terms was Vermont Woods Studios. So here we are at their homepage, and we're going to pick, so if we choose the drop down in furniture, it gives us a real quick snapshot of exactly what they sell. So we know, obviously, bedroom, dining room, living room, home office furniture. We can shop by style. We can shop by craftsman. And so this is interesting and not surprising. This happens often. There are different manufacturers of wood furniture in this one site. So we want to be aware that different manufacturers can use different different glues and adhesives and finishes. And so we really want to look at the product level to make sure that whatever we're choosing is as non-toxic as possible. So I'm literally just going to go, I just re-clicked on their homepage, just going to go down. Here's one of their featured products, so we'll just click on the first thing we see. All right, we've got cherry bed. So we'll head down to the product description right away. And I've got my checklist of 4 tips right in front of me, right to the side of my computer. So the first thing we're going to look for is to see if it's made of hardwood. So I can see natural cherry hardwood right here in the description, so we could check off the hardwood box. We do, however, want to make sure that all of the pieces are made of hardwood. So if we go into construction details, right here, wow, this is beautiful. It says all solid hardwoods, cherry, maple, or walnut. So we know that the entire piece is made of solid hardwoods, all solid hardwoods. So we can actually now check boxes 1 and 2. Remarkable. All right, heading down to number 3, which is the fasteners. So we're on tip 3. Here we are. I see the word joinery. So joinery, how are things put together? So they use mortise and tenon joinery. And that's a part in the headboard and footboard. So let's see if they actually show you. So we can see that they have some dowels, and there'll be glue here, and then this fits on top of that. The same thing, we've got some metal brackets, and then I thought they maybe would show a picture of mortise and tenon, but basically what you need to know is that it goes together with glue and it fits together. This is a dowel joint, but For our purposes, when we talk about glues and adhesives, it operates very similarly. Glues and adhesives are put in, and then the pieces are fit together. So we know that they're using some kind of glues and adhesives. Also, we could see down below the quick steel quick latch. We saw a picture of the metal down below. All right, so then I'm just going to put a little note next to my fasteners. I'm going to say glue and steel, and then I'm going to put a little question mark for the glue to remind myself that we want to, I'm just going to go down a little farther. Yeah, okay. I thought maybe there was additional information. So I put a little question mark by the glue to remind myself that we need to continue to look for that piece in these descriptions. All right, and then since this page has so much information, we're going to keep going. We'll take a look at the finishes. So cherry and walnut beds are finished with a hand-rubbed raw linseed oil. So raw linseed oil. Awesome. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we want to see. Let's continue on. Maple beds are finished with a poly gel, as the maple grain is more dense and does not absorb linseed oil as well as other woods. Okay, so little to no VOCs upon delivery. All right, so raw linseed oil is great. That's exactly what we want to see. And then with maple wood bed frames, there are little to no VOCs upon delivery. I would consider that a win. I think that's a really great thing. So I'm going to check that off on my list as it meets our criteria. All right, let's read this additional information, see if they say anything else about fasteners. So let's see, platform style beds use 1 inch thick poplar slats. We know that poplar, it's on our list of 17 in our downloadable form, so we know that that's a hardwood. And again, it says all solid woods up here. Secured to the side rails, peg and hole. All right. I won't read the whole thing to you, but I'm just scanning through. Solid interlocking platform. Okay, spacing apart. Okay, and then this talks about mattress and box springs, which we're not going to get into in this video, but this is actually really great information too. We'll come back to this page when we talk about mattresses. All right, so the rest of this we could go ahead and skip. We've already read this. Okay, so we've got hardwood checked off, solid wood checked off. Fasteners, we know that part is steel. We know that part of it's a glue and adhesive. And finishes we've got checked off as being healthier variety. All right, I'm going to scan down this page one more time just for a quick check. Option details. Okay, that's a different type of hardwoods that we can select. We don't really need that. We're just looking for that last piece. Spending a few more seconds looking for what the glue is made of. Okay, so I don't see that piece of information here. So that's all that's missing. So then as the consumer, you can make that educated decision knowing that it meets all the criteria for hardwood, solid wood, finishes, part of the fasteners, and then just knowing that that one piece of fastener is not mentioned. We have the choice as consumers to do one of two things. Either we could say, yes, this meets most of this really great high quality, or not even high quality, but like non-toxic criteria, so we're going to go with it and buy it. Or we could say, I really want to know what that glue and adhesive is made of. I'm going to go ahead and email the company using my template and see what they say when they get back to me. And then you can always make the choice at that time. So that's it. Super easy. And as you can see, that only took us a few minutes to do. And you can purchase all of your furniture using this exact method.